We're back here on Warm Up Plus. Like I promised before the break, we're talking rugby, and we have key members of the Rugby League Federation Ghana. We have the regional director, Riddick. Riddick has been on here a couple of times, but we have him here again, and he's about to, break things down for us. But we also have the technical director in the house, Marshall. Yeah. How you know? As you see the company. Hey, how are you doing, Riddick?
I'm good.
You're good. Yeah, I'm definitely good. Marshall, how are you doing? Definitely. Yeah. Riddick, I'll just start with you on this one. Like, what are we to expect from the Rugby League this season?
So basically, this season we have 5 clubs playing.
Okay.
And it will be a tough one because most of the teams, last season we had 6 or 7 clubs. And some of the clubs have decided to go into development. So we have 5 clubs. So some of the senior players from other clubs have joined. So all the teams are actually tough. And training has been ongoing from time to time, so everyone looks tough for, and everyone have started bragging. They've started bragging on winning the champion.
But really, before you go on, does it affect the structure of things? Because you mentioned 6 or 7 clubs previously, and now we're down to 5.
We got to know earlier, so we were able to restructurize everything and make it work. So this season will be interesting, and luckily we've had few sponsorships coming in, so we are looking at organizing it well, and we hope you come around. You've been saying you come around, but
Riddick.
Never.
We don't bring house matters outside. We don't do that. I'll come. I'm giving you my word. I'll show up. Yeah, hold me to it.
I'm trying to believe you. So that's it. This season will be tough, and everyone is ready. We are just looking out for the national team players as well, because we have a tournament coming up in October. I know the technical director will talk about it.
Yeah, I was coming.
And the players are really putting in the work, because now we have more players, we have a lot of heritage players as well. So they would have to put in the work to put on a good show. So everyone is just ready. That's it.
Definitely to fire on. But Marshall, I'll come to you on participation. Last time when Riddick was here, he brought some really interesting women on here talking about, just how geared up and fired up they were for the show. But I'm just wondering, how is the participation from women, children, the junior teams? How is that going?
Okay, so Rugby League is still growing. It's still growing, and as you can see, generally in sports that is played in Ghana, the women participation is quite low. But here we are trying to bring them up. It is for that reason that we even have almost all the clubs having the women as their team managers. So that is to empower them, to let them know that yes, you can deal with the guys, you can rub shoulders with the guys, and then make it happen. Be a mentor, be an eye for someone to look up to, and then also get interested in rugby league. So for women, yes, we are doing a lot. We are getting them into key positions, and then guiding them to be able to stand the pressure and then everything that comes with playing and managing rugby league. Also with the children, we are working hard, getting them to play some rugby league. Since we got our approval from GES to get into schools, now we are currently penetrating the schools and then making sure that we put ourselves
at which level? Are we talking junior high school? Are we talking senior high school? Are we talking primary level?
We have primary. We have junior high school, and we are currently preparing a championship for them. So once their trainings kick off, the championship will be ready. We have a couple of schools who have already subscribed to play and are very interested. So yeah, we are making headway. That brings us to the case of Ashanti region, where on Tuesday the 18th we'll be at Akrofrom DA school to launch rugby league.
I see the way it's not. He knows exactly where that place is. I have no idea, but I'll find out. He knows exactly where it is.
He knows.
Okay. All right. So we'll be in Akrofrom DA to help launch rugby league, tag rugby league, and they've been doing rugby league over a year now since we introduced rugby league to Ashanti region. Yes, Mr. George, one of the teachers, he's taken it upon himself. His energy is marvelous, and like he keeps pushing. He doesn't give up. He keeps pushing, and he's been able to get the education service to buy into rugby league. His school is more like the center of rugby league for the district, and he's making it happen, and we are proud of him and proud of him and Julius in the Ashanti region. Yeah.
Definitely. I just saw when Riddick brought the ball the last time, I used to watch rugby on TV. I was just waiting to get it. Say, hey, you know, you always hear them make some stuff as soon as they catch away. You know, but definitely, Marsha, it's very interesting to, you know, talk to you. I wish I could talk to you the whole day, but as Yao and Langabel will say, normally the day is over. Definitely, but Marsha, I just want to come to you. You've touched on some of the challenges you're facing, you know, like penetrating the schools, getting into things, but are there any other challenges you're facing, and what exactly is you know, the Rugby League Federation doing to kind of counter this promotion-wise, initiative-wise?
Yes, sports is funding. It's all about funding. If anytime you want to break grounds, you need funds. It's not just about the contacts. You can make the best of contacts, but if you don't have the funds to get your stuff in and get people to get the job done, then it doesn't actually work. So funding is key. We've been able to secure some form of funding for the championship, and but I mean, if it has to do with lots of funding, then you're looking at the grassroots, and that's where we want corporate Ghana to venture the grassroots, these what do you call them, grassroots competitions, underage competitions. That's where they should, because if we want rugby league to be played and for kids to enjoy, then it must be fun for them, and you don't create fun empty-handed. It comes with expending, making some expense, and then getting the kids to understand what it means, whilst you get the culture and the values of rugby league in there. So
yeah, I'll write you a check.
Yeah, basically.
You're right, good check. Hey, you wrote me one last week, so you write you a check. Jolly money man.
So basically funding, and then also getting into places. You know, it is not a popular sport yet in Ghana, and we are trying to push it out
Even
there.
the rules, we still don't really understand.
Yes,
we want to shout and take the ball.
Yes, it's why we've simplified it so that we can have touch and tag rugby league. It doesn't have lots of rules, and anybody can play. You can even play for fitness, like every Wednesday or every Saturday or Sunday you come by, just play for fitness. It has no form of physical contact, so it's fun for everybody. So these are some of the things that we are looking at, and some of the challenges we face comes with going into the places and then getting things done. Yeah.
Really, let's look at the structure. I mean, 5 teams now. Yeah. How are the pairings going to be? What's the league table going to be like? So, and what are some of the teams actually?
Okay, so it's an all play all this season. So it's a home and away for every team. The top teams to look out for will be scoreless, because they are the current winners. Bulls are the runner-ups. All the other clubs, we have Panthers, we have Mungwa Tigers, and then we have a newbie club called Bears. Okay. So these are the clubs in this season's championship. Right. We start next week, next Sunday, which is 23rd. So we play the first set of games and then have a break and then play the next set of games. So every Sunday, you can come with your family to the University of Ghana, Ajax Park, just come and enjoy a game of rugby. Bring the kids along. There are other side attractions for the kids, for them to have fun, throw the ball around, and the parents as well. So just come around and enjoy the game. You can only really appreciate the game when you watch it and it's being explained to you. Right. Because if you are watching on TV and you don't get the rules, it will be difficult for you to understand. Right. But when you are around, you see the physicality, you see the athleticism, and you actually get interested. We've had people just pass by, and they've been regular ever since, because they saw the game once, and they've been active ever since. Right. So you just come around, and then you enjoy the game. We have our social media platforms where we'll be showing the games as well. Right. It won't be live this time, but we save we pre-record them and just put them on our social media platforms, YouTube in particular. So anyone should be.
Can we have the social media?
It's Rugby League Federation Ghana on all platforms.
On all platforms. So on Twitter, Rugby
League
all of that.
Federation Ghana. Yeah.
I've been following since, liking all the pictures. You know it already.
So I'll just have to add that we appreciate the sponsors getting in. It's tough convincing people, but some of them are friends, and they've seen the push. They've seen where we've grown from 2019 to date, and they've been interested in it. And we would want to encourage others to jump in, because it's difficult getting the sports across. Yeah. To parents, I know this might be difficult, but at this time where discipline is an issue for kids, you need to get them into sports where there are values, there are principles that they can pick home. Because rugby league is the only sport where we still see yes sir to a ref when you have a red card.
Right.
You still say thank you, ref, when you get a yellow card.
Yeah.
So the values are there and it's instilled in the kids
Yeah.
for whatever they need and for their whole life. Yeah. So get the kids involved. You parents should also get involved and you love it from there.
Yes, sir.
Marshall,
Thank you.
There's one point. I mean, you mentioned that you were trying to get into the schools. Now, I remember in my time in St. Augustine's College, we used to play rugby. I mean, I was one of the very small boys, so I couldn't play. But I remember we played. I was really small back in secondary school. Yeah, but I remember we played a game, St. Augustine's and in Fansipin. My really good friend Manuel Sawyer. I don't know if you're watching, but he was part of the Fansipin team, and it was a really entertaining game. So I don't know what happened from that point up until now, but if you're going into schools, I feel like secondary schools and the rivalry between them would push rugby further. What do you make of that?
Yeah, great. It's secondary schools, starting from there is also an awesome opportunity. Why do I say that? Because they eventually move to the universities and then can create or can have the university teams. In Ashanti region, for example, we have Amas. They have started playing some rugby league and it's going well for them. There are other secondary schools who are also into rugby league, but gradually, it's a gradual process. So we need to take them step by step. It also comes with us developing our, bringing up a lot more development officers within the regions, because currently quite a number of us are in Accra, but within the regions, if we're able to get them there through coaching courses, refresher courses, then they will be able to do a fantastic job in their regions, so that eventually we can have maybe a zonal competition, the northern zone competition, the southern zone, and we can have like a super zonal, whatnot.
Yeah, I think that would really help. Yes. I mean, imagine a Presec Accra rugby league.
Exactly. So that is the vision. That is where we want to go to, like have a zonal senior high school competition, and then we also transcend to the universities. When they get there, now they also get to spread, because I got to play rugby in the university, and that is how we got to spread it. All right, that's how we. I mean, it was PA. Exactly. Yeah. So I pull a friend along, you pull a friend along, they come, they experience it, they like it, they pull the next person along. So each one reach one, and then we get it done. And that's how we got rugby and rugby league to stay in the University of Ghana.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Riddick. Thank you so much, Marshall. But before you go, I just want to ask one last question. That's just one answer that you could give me. Just one answer. You know, we have Ghana's strongest. You know, when you win, you get the car. You know, we have boxing league. We know what you win when you get that. Our rugby, what's we go if you win if we can, you know.
So
the way you pause, Riddick. Riddick.
So there's a prize money on this season.
There's money.
Undisclosed.
It's an undisclosed amount, because we are still looking for.
And you will disclose it at the end.
You know.
You will disclose the undisclosed amount.
And just to add, this season's league is themed Our League. We want everyone to be part of it. It's our league, and we can only build it. We can only make it better. If we don't get involved, it won't grow the way we want to let it go. And we are in for the long run. We are not doing this for just 5 years. We are looking at a 10-year, 15-year plan. So we are really interested in getting it bit by bit so that we get to the top.
Definitely. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Marshall, we have to bring you back again. Next time Riddick is coming, you have to definitely tag along. Would like to hear about it as it progresses. But thank you so much for joining us. We're not taking a breather, but we're going to pick some visuals so that you just see what the whole rugby thing looks like if you are just wondering. But we will do that. We'll do that shortly. But Riddick, this your prize money that you were talking about.
Oh, the teams already know. The teams already
That's what I'm thinking about. You said prize money undisclosed. I'm just wondering.
Yes.
And the bragging right alone is enough.
Me, I like when you mentioned Nungwa Tigers. I was like, Oh. My grandpa said, you know, Nungwa Barrier, so Nungwa Tigers, definitely. But you mentioned that the last team, the newcomers, they are what?
Bears, Accra Bears.
Accra Bears. How do you spell that?
Bear, the animal bear.
Like a bear.
Oh, like bear. That one too is not bad.
This league has only animals. The only team is scoreless. So we have tigers, we have bulls, we have bears, and
masters.
And scoreless there.
Definitely, we'll take that. We'll bring you the visual shortly, but let's just take a breather now. When we come back, I mentioned I have a special musician in the house, and I would be unveiling the person.